It may be difficult to tell now, but by the time construction on this new federal building is complete, many passersby will be wondering whether they are on Fifth Avenue. But that's the idea. City officials wanted to bring a little beauty to downtown Houston. This is a copy of the report, and although it does not tell us how those 4 firefighters died nor what caused the deadly blaze, what it does do is recommend additional training for the more than 3,000 members of the Houston Fire Department. The mayor says in many areas the bricks are already damaged, and the work that they plan to do could improve them overall. But many of the residents and activists say, no way, they want them to remain as is. In support of Hunger Action Month, City Hall will be illuminated in orange. Orange is the official color of hunger relief. But in addition to that, food bank officials would like you to take the SNAP Challenge. That is where you can see whether you can survive on a food budget of $5. Keith Roberts runs a small courier service. He's constantly on the phone coordinating his drivers and their routes. But lately, he and his drivers have been keeping a close eye on gas prices.
I have about 10 drivers that work for me.
And all 10 are frowning at the prices at the pumps, especially since they're stopping more frequently.
I'm having to fill up instead of every 3 or 4 days. It's like every day and a half to 2 days now.
He says it seems they're paying more and more. Now, that's forcing Roberts to find creative ways to offset the increase at the pumps.
I'll just waive a deduction fee like radio expense to make up for the difference that they're having to pay for gas.
AAA indicates there's no real justification for the increase. Despite oil industry leaders' contention, gas prices are keeping up with crude oil prices. The Auto Club notes prices have increased about 13 cents a gallon in the last 2 weeks alone, bringing the average to about $1.64 a gallon. Roberts says he's trying to avoid that, something he couldn't do the last time the country went to war.
The last war, we did do a natural increase because of cost of living, and it was just the time to do it.
For now, he and his drivers are hoping to stay on top of business regardless of what they face at the pumps. There's no clear indication why gas prices are going upward, but experts expect this to last at least through the fall. In downtown, I'm Tucker Wilson. Now back to you. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but if Ryan Middle School was a book, many would describe it as a horror story. And those who've been inside say it is pretty scary.
No hot water, it's just cold.
Devontae Sabri is a 6th grader at Ryan. He says there are problems. In a letter read before City Council Monday, a parent also describes a slew of problems. No hot water in student or teacher restrooms, no gas available in science labs, and rotten wood in the cafeteria.
The list included a number of things that were basically things that dealt with children's safety.
Dr. Thomas Bucknight knows all about those complaints. He was a principal at the school and captured numerous problems on this videotape, including stopped-up drains that contributes to flooding on campus.
My whole concern at this point is that the children who attend Ryan are going to be held to the same rigorous constraints as other students. They're not going to care that, that because the school did not have gas running into the science labs, that they weren't able to do their experiments.
Bucknight says when he tried to get things fixed, he was fired. HISD officials would only respond in a written statement, which partially reads, last week, HISD maintenance supervisors toured the school and noted needed repairs, including a drainage problem. Repairs are now underway. But while we were at the school, we didn't notice any work trucks. Instead, we saw dangling wires all over campus and areas where paint was chipped and eroded. HISD officials would not allow us to go on campus, but we didn't need to go inside to find problems, like this rusted barbed wire fence that circles the entire school, as well as several gates that are padlocked shut. These conditions worry Devontae's mom and other Ryan parents.
I don't know if they need more funding or what, but they do need to better the lot conditions in the school.
Ironically, Ryan did receive some renovations under the 2002 bond program, but Dr. Bucknight says that money didn't go far. In the 3rd Ward, Tucker Wilson, News 24 Houston. They say crews have responded to numerous fires in this area throughout the past few months, all involving abandoned buildings. Now, I should mention those 3 firefighters who were injured did sustain minor injuries. We're told they're expected to be okay. Crews responded to this area south of downtown around 2:30 Monday morning. At that time, one duplex in a row of 4 was fully engulfed in flames and spread to the other house. That duplex was abandoned, so at the time, no one was inside. But firefighters said they did find furniture in one duplex right next to the one that caught fire. Fire Department spokesperson Jay Evans tells us more about the 3 firefighters who sustained minor injuries while battling this blaze.